Well, legends are here, and the market reacted. We're going to go ahead and go through and show you what happened this morning, what went up, what went down. There are some killer things to take advantage of right now to help you make a ton of coins. Hopefully you've been following along and paying attention, because this is just easy money right now. Things are doubling overnight. I'm Buffalo K, aka the Accountant. I'm going to show you how to make a ton of coins right now. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive in. First things first. We sniped a lot of stuff this morning, and I haven't even really sold anything yet. We're down. We spent a lot, probably about 600,000 coins worth of stuff sniping this morning, investing, knowing that the market was going to come back up. Today, Legends came out and the market went down immediately. We're going to show you which ones got hit the hardest. Some are already back up though. From this morning until now at 6:30 at night, prices have already gone back up further than where they were yesterday. I expect them to go back up tomorrow and then even further on Monday. I'll show you why. We have the history of prices to kind of guide us on this, right? So nobody panic. If you invested in a bunch of 80-45s, those ones took the biggest hit. Don't panic. They're going to come right back up. It happens every year. It's the same thing year after year after year. So do not lose your minds. Just take a look at the binder that we got today. We have some points loaded in. We have to do a pack battle tonight with Mr. Rhino. So keep an eye out on that. We'll put that out on YouTube probably tomorrow night or Monday after we do it, live on Twitch tonight in a couple hours. So we grabbed a bunch of stuff. Not too many legends. Legends were okay to grab, right? They were okay. We did grab some if they were cheap. What we were doing though with a lot of these guys, we were buying them for under a value that was considered a snipe today, even if it was only by a thousand coins, because the prices got so good, right? At one point we were grabbing these 84s, all of these 84s, for under 30, like 27,000, 26,000. I fully expect them to go back up to about 40 to 44,000. So that should be a nice little jump on these. The 82, 83s, they were nice and low earlier, about, I don't know, I think they're about 16,000. We were grabbing those up, and then the low ones, the 80 to 81s, these guys at one point were about 9,000. They're already back up to 15K just from this morning. From 9,000 to 15,000, people lost their minds selling stuff as fast as they could. So hopefully you didn't panic. Hopefully you held out. The best thing to do when something like this comes out is honestly just wait, right? So many new cards came into the auction house right away. And it messes with numbers, right? So some cards were way undervalued. Some got super overvalued. Some you couldn't find. There was a large disparity, especially in the 84 and 85s. The 84 elites were 15,000 coins less than regular 84. So early on, if you went into the auction house, 84s were still sitting at about 44,000 coins. The legend ones, because they were so common, were about 30 to 34,000 on average, right? You're able to grab them for cheaper than that, which we did. But that disparity made it really easy to go through and start sniping cards, because you had to filter down a little bit more. You couldn't see them right away. Anytime there's a big gap like that, it helps to kind of steal away some stuff, right? And you'll see 82 to 83s are actually up, because we had the opposite, right? So those ones started off, even the 81s, they started out a lot higher than the rest of them, and then slowly the core elites got dragged up to kind of meet in the middle a little bit. So you're always going to have this kind of flux a little bit on the prices. So anytime you see a big disparity, get ready to react the right way. And you can see what I mean right here by the 82 to 83s. This, if you just filter down to 82, 83s, right? Don't filter down anymore, just to get like an idea of how things are going. They're sitting and selling still around for about 20,000 coins a piece. Earlier today, they had dipped down a little bit and they were well under that. But if you go down to legends, same thing. Now, earlier today, these things started off at over 30,000 coins a piece. That's how we knew things were broken, and they had to kind of settle in a little bit. There was no way that a Legend 82 overall card was going to sell for 15,000 coins more than a regular 82, right? Especially with the exchange set this year. The exchange set this year is so bad. We'll take a look at it. This Legend exchange set is not great, right? So it's 5 novice, proven, or premier legend pieces, right? The low overall ones, talking about the 80 to like I think up to the 84s, that's what category these guys are. It's 5 of them. They go into a set and you're gonna get an 85 plus, not counting a chance at a boss legend. So you're not going to get a full legend. All you're going to get is another piece that's going to go into a legend set. So normally in years past, this was like our golden goose, right? You would load up on these small legend pieces, knowing that on Saturday, everybody wanted to buy them. And then the prices would skyrocket. They'd almost double every single week for months at a time. This year, I don't think it's going to happen, because this not giving even a chance at a full legend is going to deter a lot of people. I know myself, I'm not going to do these, because if we go into the sets and take a look at the pieces that you can get out of these, it's not great, right? It's not great. Let's say you do that set and we saw those 82s that are about 20,000 coins, and you have a chance to go ahead and pull an 86 Dan Marino. So you're going to spend 100,000 coins and get a card worth 69,000. Not ideal, right? If I drop in 5 82s or 80s, anything, you know, 5 cards that are worth 20k and I get a card worth 60k, not great. Even if you get his top card, he's worth 130, right? So after tax, you're pulling in 17k. Not great. Not great. And that's just one of these guys. Some of them, even the second tier, the top card is barely worth 100k. So the odds of getting this are not very good. I'm not a big fan. Look, even if you got the top Jerome Bettis card, he's an 87, 93. So you're at a loss after doing this set. So I'm not going to recommend doing these sets. I think they're a little rough for now. Maybe down the road, if we get, more legends, maybe a month in or whatever, maybe they add in the chance at a boss set, or we get an additional set, that might give you a chance to go ahead and grab a boss player out of it. Jerry Rice is, a little more highly sought after. Again, only 112,000 for his 87. Not a great look. His 85, I think, is a little bit higher than some of the other ones. Nope, 53, even worse. So, moral of the story, don't do those sets. Let's go ahead. We'll take a look at where prices are now across the board and where we know they're going to go to the next 2 days. The next 2 days is where things kind of get set and the prices are going to sit for a while. Okay, here we go. We give you guys a little bit of a rundown on the spreadsheet. The link will be down below so you guys can grab this and go ahead and do what you need to with it. Keep track of it, save it to your favorites. You can reference it all the time. As the season goes on, we add more and more stuff to it, different promos and whatnot. Normally I would add in a piece to track baby legends because they were useful, but right now their prices are really similar to whatever the overall they're in. The 82 and 83 ones are right where 82 83s are. The 84 85s are right where 84 85s are, so something special there. The 80 to 81s, not much of a disparity either. Here, I'll check real fast. All right, so the 81 overall legend pieces are a little bit higher than their counterparts, not by much. These are like 2,000 coins more than a regular 81, so not a big jump. They're probably just going to sit like this for a while. They'll come down in price a little bit more as the week goes on and probably match the rest of the 80s. So maybe if these cards start getting down to about 12,000 coins, maybe it's a little bit more feasible to go ahead and do the exchange set on Saturdays when new pieces come out. That's probably going to be it. I wouldn't recommend doing it after that at all. Back to the sheet. Okay, so you can see 80 to 81s. Like I said, these were down under 11,000 earlier today, and they jumped right back up. Already we're back up a little bit higher than they were yesterday, and we checked, they are selling at this price. Sometimes we'll go through and take a look. 82 83s took me a while to get a price on because they were listing at 19,000 coins, but they weren't selling. Finally, now I went on and looked. I'll let that screen sit for a little while and saw that they were selling at 20,000 coins. Let's see, like I said, the biggest ones that took a hit right here, the 84 85s, they were at 44,000 coins right now, or yesterday they're at 44,000. Today they're only selling for 37,000. So that's a big hit to take in one day, but they were above that. Not above that, but they were about this 2 days ago, right before the spike came on. Before we called it, we knew the market was going to go up yesterday when everybody got on and started playing and more players got into the player base and more coins came into the auction house. Things were going to go up. Well, I'll show you what we mean in a minute. We have the data from last year on this sheet so you can see exactly what went on. 86s took another big hit. The reason those ones went down the most because there were so many 84 and 86s to come into the market, new ones anyway. 86s, it almost doubled the amount of cards that were on the auction house for 86s. There were not a lot before this, so this doubled the amount of cards on the auction house. So prices came down about 10,000 coins a piece. Don't panic though, I think they come back up. I'm almost positive they will. 87s though, no real big change, not a ton of change there, or in terms of volume. 88s up a little bit, not a lot of new 88s came into the block, so those ones kind of sat. But 89s, took a nice little jump back up to 200K. We feel good about that. I think those are going to stay there for a little while. They'll start to trickle down a little bit, but I think they go back up in a day or two. So one thing though to keep in mind, this does not count for individual players, right? Highly sought after players. A guy like Fletcher Cox or George Kittle, some of the best guys at their position, are going to stay higher longer, right? Those are more sought after cards. Your JJ Watts. I get questions all the time. When do I sell my Khalil Mack, or when do I sell Von Miller? Whenever you think it's a good deal, right? I think prices are going to be the highest on Sunday and Monday, so take a look at those and don't panic. Here's last year, what prices looked like last year. Right now we are right here. I added in last year's date because the dates are very different, and then I added in this year's correlating date. So right now we are right here. Highlight it so you can keep an eye on it. That's where we are. This is what we're looking at today, right? So last year, 80 to, it says 80 to 81s, but it was really only 80s that I was tracking. I'll change that. 80 overall cards were at 12K, and then on Sunday they went up to 14 and 15. Weird. Guess where they are right now? That's odd. It's kind of like history repeats itself. 82s, same thing. On Sunday they were up to 20,000 coins. Really weird. Exactly where they are today. That's odd. 8045s at 31,000, jumped up to 35,000 on Sunday. 84s right now are at 37,000. Again, really weird. That's not far off from where we thought they would be. 86s, how far are they off? 86s right now are at 72,000. Last year they were at 69. Holy cow. History repeat. It's like we know the future. It's like we can predict the future because we know the past. It's really easy how all of this works. So go ahead, like I said, save this sheet. Go ahead and use it. What we're predicting over the next few days is that Sunday and Monday prices are going to go back up, and then look at this. You can see how they're going to stabilize for a while, right? And you'll start to see days where they start to spike up a little bit. Sundays and Mondays are usually really, really good. You know why? Again, because we know the past. What normally happens about next week is we start getting new players every week. Don't forget, flashbacks, heavyweights, veterans, whatever else they decide to throw out there should start coming back. And the key point of that is training. Training is super, super expensive right now. People are going to get to Sunday and go, oh my God, I need training for new flashbacks tomorrow. As soon as they're announced Sunday night, go, I need training. Prices go up. Monday, people get on and go, oh my God, I forgot about these cards. I need training. They go out and they buy cards. The market gets a bit more scarce. Values go up. So that's the biggest way that training impacts the market. It'll go up even more if we get the second part of our MVP players, right? Our first promo soon. I think we're getting Ezekiel Elliott, Julio Jones, and I don't remember who else. But there's going to be reroll sets. People are going to do those again and go ahead and try to build those players. So training's going to go up again. So expect prices to go up. Prices don't usually go down a ton when people buy a lot of packs. Different pockets will based on the number of cards that they're selling. If they're just opening up packs and bundles and quick selling those players, that has no effect on the market except actually drive it up a little bit, because people are going to go out and buy those players, then quick sell and re-roll and hope for the best. Especially if Julio comes out of limited, right? That's the best guess so far. Julio's going to be a limited. That'll be nice. But that's odd to have Gronk and then Julio, two offensive guys in a row, seems a little strange. That's all I got for today, guys. Like I said, hopefully you didn't panic. Hopefully you didn't sell your stuff too early because prices went down. They go up more tomorrow and Monday. Like I said, we know the past, so we can predict the future. It's really, really that simple. I'm Buffalo K, aka The Accountant. We're going to bring you more videos on this later on this week on how to keep making more coins.